Hi, my name is Chelly and I'm from Santa Anita 601 and I am a beauty advisor here. So today we're going to create a burgundy monochromatic look with a little bit of a spotlight in the center. First, what I'm going to do is prime the eyelid with the HD Studio Photogenic eyeshadow base. And this is going to help with the eyeshadow stay on longer and blend a lot better. And I'm going to use the palette and just apply the product I'm going to use on here. So I'm just going to apply this to both eyelids. What you can do with the eyeshadow base is you can set it with a translucent powder or an eyeshadow that's the same color as your client's skin. This will help with blending a lot easier and you won't get any tugging or creasing. And I'm just going in with a sponge just to blend this out. So to create the look, I'm going in with the Sugar Trip Squad, and this is the shadow palette. Taking a blending sponge, I'm going to go in with the peach color, and this is going to act as a transition shade. I'm going to apply this all over the crease and get that really blown out blended look. And what I mean by blown out is it's going to be like really blended and kind of almost disappear into the rest of the eye so you don't have any harsh lines. And using the blending brush helps too, because as you're applying, it's also blending for you, so it's pretty much doing the job. And I'm going to apply it here on the outer V of the eye as well. So this look is a little bit more avant-garde runway, so you want it to be very bold and intense. I'm going to turn your chin, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. And what I'm doing is I'm applying very light pressure onto the eyelid. When you do this, it'll give you a better blend and it'll be easier to control. So I'm going in circular motions as I'm doing windshield wiper motion into that crease. So when I'm doing this, I'm also doing circular motions. I'm still using that same peach tone. So again, just doing that circular windshield wiper motion. Next, I'm going in with a crease brush. This one's a little bit more tapered. And this one is going to focus a darker tone just in that crease without going over the work you just created. And I'm using that same technique too. I'm pushing the product into her eyelid to get more of a pigment and more color payoff. And I'm going below that crease color. You don't want to hide that, you want to just mesh them together. And what I mean by mesh is you want them to blend and not have any harsh lines. And again with the same on the other eye. And when you're using the crease brush, it helps because it has that taper point, so it's really going to focus it in those areas that you want it, and it won't disperse that eyeshadow all over the rest of the eyelid. Even though we're doing a spotlight in the center, I'm still going to cover the rest of the eyelid to get that monochromatic look all over. I'm just patting and doing a very light sweep to blend. You will get a little bit of fallout, but with that you can just sweep away with some translucent powder and it'll get rid of everything. So I'm going to go in with the Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette, and this is in the Warm Rust. And I'm going to use this champagne rose gold glitter eyeshadow in the center. Before I apply that, I'm gonna add a little bit of the glitter primer onto the center, and this is gonna help stick on and make the eyeshadow pop a lot more and look more metallic. Just wanna add this in the center of the eye. Very lightly, just a very thin layer. I'm gonna bring it up right at the crease. And just do more patting motions. I'm kind of just doing this really light tapping here and diffusing the edges so that you don't get a really harsh spotlight shade. It kind of just blends a little bit more into the rest of the eyeshadow. When you do more of a patting motion, it's not going to interrupt any of the eyeshadow that you already have on the eye. Patting will keep it all in place. So I'm going to go in with this small lip wand here, and I'm going to dip into this color here and apply that in the center. And again, you want to do just more of like a patting motion. And patting it will give it more of a blend into the rest of the eyeshadow. And again, just patting here. And I'm just very lightly blending that into the other shade so you don't get that harsh line or the harsh edge of that eyeshadow. So going back into the Sugar Trip Squad, I'm going to dip back into that peach color. Look up for me. And I'm going to do the bottom lash line. And for this, I'm just applying it right at the bottom lash line, and I'm going to do more of like a very blended blown out, just like the top. Just kind of blending the edges here, that way it just looks more blown out and it fades into her skin. Going in with this small little brush here, it's more like a detailed brush. I'm going into that burgundy again, and this one I'm going to keep it really close to the lash line. Because you want that, look up here, you want the lash line to look a little darker. I'm just kind of patting it in place as well. Again with the same thing on the other eye. And she did get some fallout, so I'm going in with this dual fiber brush, just very lightly brushing that away. So now we're going to go into the cheeks, and we're going to do more of like a pinky kind of contour slash blush. So I'm going to go in with this shade here, and this is from the Sweet Cheeks blush palette, and then I'm using that dual fiber brush. This brush is nice because it won't pick up too much product at once, and it'll be easier to blend. So applying it on the apples of her cheeks as well as that contour. And at first I was tapping it, and then I'm kind of just sweeping it like this. Very lightly. And I'm using a very light hand because this will give you a better blend. And just really lightly bringing it upwards like this to give that more diffused look on the edges. With the clean brush, I'm just going to go in and diffuse it a little bit more so it's not too harsh. I'm going back into that same shade. Again, patting it into place and then going to blend it out into the contour. You want to make sure to get it in that hairline too, that way you don't have that gap of skin showing through. I'm going in with that clean brush and just diffusing the color. Go ahead and look straight. So you'll have a really nice blended cheek contour color. So for the lips, I'm using the Slim Lip Pencil, and this is in the color Plum. And first what you want to do is sanitize. So I'm going to use some alcohol into a tissue. Just rub this in. And what I like to do is I'll start on the top lip. So I create kind of like a little X here on the top. Just doing that Cupid's bow first, just to help me line the rest of the lip. And then I'm just gonna line her natural lip. I'm just gonna fill in the rest of her lip as well. What you can do to get those corners of the lip is just gently with your finger pulling down and getting right in there. Next I'm going in with the Slip Tease, and this is in the shade Fire Dancer. To apply it more in the center first, so you get more of that color in the center, and then with the rest just apply it everywhere else. I'm going to use the lip brush just so I get more of a defined lip. With lips, I like to take my time because you want to make sure that you're getting a really even, symmetrical lip shape. To finish off the eyes, I'm going in with the Worth the Hype mascara and give her a nice coat on her lashes. Want them to look down, coat the top of the lashes, and almost kind of like doing a little twist or curl and doing the bottom. You're going to repeat to the same to the other side. Twist and curl and then coat the bottom. And then I'm going to have her look up, and then I'm going to coat the bottom lashes. Just kind of do a little wiggle. So there you have monochromatic burgundy look. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.